Hello everyone. So in this video, I'll show you how my TradingView chart looks and we will discuss the Nifty and Bank Nifty levels for tomorrow. So this is the home page for TradingView. Let's go to the chart. Okay, this is the chart which I just shared. So as you can see, let's change the chart. So as you can see, I don't use any type of indicator or anything else. My chart is completely clean and all I have is the candlesticks. I have favorited the time frames so I can quickly access them from here. Like if I want to go to the daily chart or to the 2 hourly or the 30 minutes, so I can just change it from there. And we have volume. Obviously the volume is not available for the index, but it is available for the stocks. So this is how my TradingView chart looks. Some of you might have grid lines on your chart. If you want to remove them, you can just go to the settings tab, go to the appearance, and from here you can remove the vertical grid lines, like make this opacity from 100 to 0. Same for the horizontal grid lines. So the lines will be gone. If they are convenient for you, you can use them. I just have them off, just a personal preference. And here I have my watch list. I have two watch lists. This is my free account. I have one more account which is the paid version. So in this account, I'm in the main account. I have this watch list. You can see I have various indexes and gold chart, crude oil, forex, and other Bitcoin, other charts. They are for like reference and what's going on in the global market. And here on my second watch list, I have all the stocks which are traded in the F&O market, in the futures and options market. So it's about somewhere around 100 to 150 stocks which I have added to my watch list. It takes some time to add all these shares, but I think everyone should have a watch list like this. You don't have to go through all of them, but it's easier and convenient to just know what are the top gainers, but just by pressing the change percent button, and what are the top gainers, what are the top losers, and to sort them out. So I think you should do that. Make a watch list like this. Then yeah, so this is my setup where I work. For the levels, let's see at the levels first. Let's go for the Nifty levels. So here I have posted this chart. So the reason for, let's talk about the selling first. So we have quickly identified these levels. If you can see, it starts from here. We have some resistance over here. Then we had this breakout. After this, the first time we have to extend this line because this will now become as support. So if we extend this line, it comes directly at this line. So we got some support here. The level only works once. So the multiple time it comes down again, the weaker it becomes. So if that comes down this time, I think it is very likely it will break and it will reach this support level, which is, in my opinion, is not that strong, but I think we can see some little bounce here. And this is the gap, which is still not filled, this gap. The market closed here and opened here, but there is still some gap left. So we need to fill that. So I think if the market comes down, we can sell below 90.50. So what I like to do is, let me remove all this. So this is the 15-minute chart. As per TradingView, I can't publish anything which is low than, if I want to publish a 5-minute chart, I just can't do it. So it doesn't allow me to do that. So I have to publish at least a 5-minute chart. So if you go to the 5-minute chart, you can see that the 90.50 level is also a support at the 5-minute chart. So instead of waiting for the 15-minute chart to close below the 90.50, you can just open the 5-minute chart and see here. If you have a candle forming like this, which closes properly below the 950 level, we enter a short position right here. there might be a little small retracement back to the level, but the momentum will then continue back down. So you can just enter at the 5 minute instead of the 15 minute. Sometimes the support on the 5 minute chart will be lower than the 15 minute chart. Why is that? Because in the 15 minutes chart, instead of two candles which are something like this, in the 15-minute chart we'll just see a wick. So the support will be a little at higher level in the 15-minute chart, in the bigger time frames chart. So, but in this case, we have the support at 90.50. So if we get a breach at the support, we can go short, and till we can go short till this level of support, which is the 89.25 level. Let me remove all this as well. Okay. Then further for the upside movement. Now, what is the reason for not choosing this level to go long or this level to go long or this levels? So the reason is, okay, we have to go to the lower time frame. We can't analyze everything at the at one time frame. So what I do is I go to the 5-minute chart, and here we can see that the market opened here, bounced back up, went sideways, and then this was the most important support price. After that, we have this level somewhere, but this level is already tested as the market went down, checked this level and came back. So I don't think these levels are important. The most important level I think is the 9200. So if we get a closing above the 9200 on the 5-minute or the 15-minute, I think then the next important zone is, which is very clearly visible, is this zone, the 93.50. So I think we can expect a bounce till there. Till the market is in this zone, right here, I think there is no point trading. The market can just trade sideways and there will be no profit or loss. So I'll wait for these two levels to enter if you want to enter. I have already position which I am expecting to close at higher levels. So let's see what happens tomorrow. For the Bank Nifty, it's the same thing, which Bank Nifty is a little weaker as compared to the Nifty because it has reached the below level already. Now it has the same levels, so I can see the support at this level, and if it breaks we can just the first point of support will be this level because we had some resistance at this level, then the market broke out to the upside. So I think if it falls down we can see a little bounce here, and if it falls further, if it crosses it again, I think we'll just go directly to the lower levels. If this happens in an intraday or it takes 2-3 days, we can't be sure. But if the momentum comes down and it breaks our levels, we can do an intraday trade. For the upside, I think this is the most important zone. This zone is already rested. Maybe we can go long till here, but I don't think that's too good of an opportunity. So the best level would be to enter here. This level is already tested 3 times. You can see 1, 2, 3. So I don't think it will be a resistance again, and the market will go directly up to these levels. On the 5-minute chart, it looks like that it can go till here. Let me clear all this a bit. Now the market took support at this level at the 5-minute chart, but if we go to the 15 minutes, then the market is more likely taking support at this level. And if we just increase the chart to 30 minutes, then we'll just see a wick even at higher levels. So I think the 19,600 point will be the target if we go above this level. Don't try to trade in the sideways market. Sideways market always give losses. So we wait for a clear breakout. So these are the levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Let's see what happens tomorrow. There is some news coming continuously from yesterday and today, but I don't think they are important because the market players already know what the news gonna be. the most important thing is for to analyze the levels and how the market is going to behave. Now, okay, let's talk about how to trade the gaps, because I think most of you have problems with the gaps. We'll have a look at how to do with the gaps. Okay. So let's take two scenarios here. Let's take one, the market opens here somewhere. Let's say market opens at 18,200 due to some news or something. Or let's say the market opens right here at this level. Let's talk about the gap up scenario first. The same logic works for the Nifty as well. So let's say the market opens right here. Now our resistance zone is still this point, because we have identified this point as the resistance point. So if the market goes up, we enter a short trade right here. So if the market opens here, now but this resistance is already breached. So this resistance now becomes support. But this resistance which is not yet breached, it still stays as a resistance. So we can, if the market opens here and after opening it goes to the up level, we short here. And if the market opens and starts coming down, we go long at this point, because now this resistance will act as a support. So we enter here. And let's say the market opens right here. Now this is our support levels, this level, and this level. This level is still a support, but these two levels will now act as a resistance as the market has opened below these two levels. So I would not go short from here. If the market opens here, I'll wait for the market to go till here. I think if the market opens right here and it goes back to this level, and if we short here, I think the trade is almost to be successful. It will give us some points. So the price, understand the price action. So what is the most likely scenario if the market opens at lower levels and try to goes higher? So what happens is, now market opens right here and it starts to go upside. Now this support will now act as a resistance and the market will come down, but it won't come down to like this. It will go from here to there and then it will find support here, because now this level will provide the support to this level. Then from here, if we go again high or if we just go sideways and then go down, we can't know for now. We can only know when the market is live. So this is the logic behind the gaps. The levels which are breached, like the resistance, the market opened above the resistance, so this resistance will now act as a support. So you have to keep this in mind. If you are uncomfortable with trading with the gaps, you can just wait for the market to stabilize and then trade later. And I suggest you to do that who are beginners. I would suggest you to wait for some time, maybe till 10 to 10:15 and then trade. Some which are intermediate or which have been in the market for some time, they can trade the open. So yeah, this is it for in this video. I think you have some idea about how I trade and how my trading view looks. If you have any doubt, you can just ask me in the WhatsApp or the YouTube comments. So for this list, I'll update you guys. This stocks, which is the FNO stocks. So this list you can find here. You can just go to the margin calculator by Zerodha. You don't have to have an account in Zerodha. It's just for the list. Just open the first link. I'll put this in the description as well. So you go to the equity futures and you just have a list here for all the FNO stocks. So you can add them to your watch list. It will take some time to add you it in the watch list, but I think it's very useful for the later part. So you can just quickly analyze the stocks from the watch list. So this is it for this video. I hope you liked it. Thank you.